Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today, I'm going to do a deep dive into the #1 time-tested, proven social media posting platform to draw those red-hot prospects ready to buy or ready to join your opportunity to you, okay? So, guys, I am your host, Daniel Carmack, and as always, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm super excited to share the information that I have today with you. I touched a little bit on it earlier in the week on Wednesday, but today I really want to get into it, and I really want to explain the elements of each piece of this formula, okay? As always, make sure that when you jump on, you drop in your name and where you're coming in from so I can give you a shout out. I want to tell you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I'm coming to you from Long Island, New York. It's a beautiful day, but man, it's warm. So, if you guys are experiencing the same thing, make sure you stay hydrated, stay in the AC whenever you can. And, I just want to make sure you stay safe. Okay. So guys, talking about the social media post formula, okay, POS, P-A-S. Again, I touched on the components of it briefly, and I'm going to go through this. I'm going to try to get it done as quick as possible, but there's some things that I really want to touch on. So just bear with me. Make sure you have your notepad, take notes, and guys, apply this, okay? Remember, this formula has been used by marketers for hundreds of years in the newspapers, on TV, okay? So this isn't a one-time, it really worked for me kind of thing, so let me share with it. This is something that has been used time and time again, all right? So if you remember the other night, I asked you a couple of questions, guys. What would it feel like if you had a way to attract 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, prospects to you every day? How would that feel? And what would it feel like if you didn't have to harass your friends or family or bug another stranger? If you basically didn't have to go and look for anyone else, you didn't have to go and hunt. Now, I'm not saying don't talk to people in person, but what would it feel like for you if, and what would it do for your business if you could attract those people to you, if people were reaching out to you to work with you, to know about your products, to know about your opportunity? And if you had that, guys, what would it do for your business, and what would it be worth to you? Okay, those are the things that I want you to keep in mind as we're going through this. All right, so let's get started. All right. Now, remember, the formula works on, and just so you know, guys, I put my notes over here because I want to make sure that I hit on everything. Okay, so. Remember, this formula works on any platform. It doesn't matter if you are on Facebook or if you're on Twitter or some other social media platform. And it also helps if you're working in person as well. Okay, so this formula, it goes across all platforms of communication. All right. Now, it especially works with Facebook advertising. Okay, and just imagine what it would feel like, or what it would do for your business if you could get your opportunity in front of millions of people that are highly targeted and are more likely to respond to your ad, to your post. All right. Now, obviously, I can't go into all of the details of Facebook advertising, and I do plan on doing a live, just kind of talking about the ads manager and things like that. But I do want to touch on some of the fundamentals of the Facebook ads. Okay. And this applies if you're doing ad campaigns, if they're paid or if it's organic postings that you're doing on your fan page or your personal page. Okay. So to start, you want to write a post that write a post to attract millions of people to your highly targeted market. You want to look at what area you're in. Okay, what is it that you're talking about? So let's say, for example, you want to attract people that are in the weight loss or health and nutrition. Hey, Melanie, thanks for joining. I appreciate you. The industry. Okay, so, and we all know that the nutrition area is widely saturated, and there's a lot of things. So what's going to make you stand out? And I think this post formula will help you stand out amongst the competition. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to post to people that are already interested in your business. That's what this formula does, and that's what using the Facebook advertising platform will help you with, is you're targeting people that are already interested in the things that you have, okay? Does that make sense? So when you find these people, right, these people have already raised their hands, they've already shown interest, and luckily Facebook makes it just ridiculous easy, okay? You can literally go in and you can pinpoint the people in the country, in the state, in the city, and the zip code if you want to, specific age groups, interest, hobbies, you know, so you can get very fine-tuned, and it doesn't matter what your niche is, if it's weight loss or nutrition, if it's travel, you know, whatever industry it is that you're working in, okay? So just keep in mind, we're going to come back at a later time, and I'm going to do a little more in depth on the Facebook advertising piece. So, but let's dive into the social media post formula, okay? So again, remember the social media post formula is PAS, problem, agitate, solution, okay? And we're going to get into each one of those. And here's the psychology behind this formula, all right? So in any persuasive message, you want to lead with a problem. You want to agitate it. You want to explain it, all right? And then you got to be the salvation. So you want to present the solution to this problem, right? Pretty straightforward, wouldn't you say? So, but let's dig in a little bit deeper, and let's talk about each one a little bit more. Okay. Melanie saying that would be awesome to learn more about the ads. Absolutely, Melanie, and I appreciate that. I'm going to, you know, break down through my, you know, tender of learning attraction marketing and really thriving in this space. I'll be 100% honest with you. I wasn't a fan of Facebook advertising. I did traditional marketing. I looked at different platforms, hiring companies, and I will tell you, the bang for your buck, Facebook knows what they're doing. Okay, so we'll come back to that on the ad side. So let's talk about the problem. All right, first in the PAS formula, you want to convey or you want to call out a problem that you know that your prospects have or have to deal with. Okay, you want to identify that. You want to get that out on Front Street. Floating around or tiptoeing around what the problem is not the way to go about it. And people are going to feel, you know, like you have a hidden agenda or something of that nature. So you want to make sure let's call it out and let's talk about the white elephant in the room, if you will. Okay, and honestly, guys, this is where most people in our industry, this is where they get it wrong. This is where they screw it up, because they just go straight in for the jugular. They go straight in for the kill. Hey, buy my product. I have a solution, just pay for it. Remember, guys, we are in a people business. And in people business, you have to build a relationship. So, you know, that straightforward, just barging in with a solution, guys, it just doesn't work. Okay, so let's talking about the problem. So let's say, so maybe you're talking about, you know, hey Daniel, well I don't, you know, I don't work, I work offline. Don't worry about it, guys. Again, this formula will work either way. There's just a little different setup when you're talking to people in person. So what you want to do is you want to ask a question, listen, and then the PAS formula comes into play. And again, going back to what I was just talking about a minute ago, guys, that's where a lot of marketers, a lot of people, entrepreneurs in our space that get it wrong is they don't listen to their prospects. They don't hear what it is that their problem is. All they're concerned about is, I have your solution. Doesn't matter what your problem is, I got your solution. Well, I mean, let's be honest. How can you know that you have a solution if you're not listening to their problem? Okay, and I can assure you guys, understanding your prospect and understanding, you know, their problem. Remember, guys, I talk about it all the time. Every one of my videos, it's about them. It's not about you. Okay, so your solution, it needs to be for them. Okay, now, but you have to know their problem first. Okay, so if you're doing this in person, if you're trying to apply this formula in person, remember, ask a question, listen. Okay, listen to what they're talking about. They're going to give you clues and they're going to help you understand, because what you think might be their solution, it may not. Okay, doesn't mean that you don't have a solution for them, but you got to make sure that you understand what it is that they need. Fair enough? Okay, so when you're putting your post together, we're going to assume that you know the problem, and you can actually gather specific information through surveys and analyzing the answers and things like that if you choose, you know, if you go that route. But going, going forward, calling out the problem and conveying that you understand the problem, you're going to describe who you're targeting and the kind of problems that they're suffering from, something in this formula, right, or in this format, right? So if you're currently dealing with or suffering from, and then you state the problem, okay? So if you are currently dealing with trouble losing weight, or, you know, travel and vacations are expensive, whatever the niche is. Another way to call out the problem or convey the problem is by telling a story, okay? You don't have to address somebody out there and talk about their problem. You can describe your experience through the story, and you can start by simply saying something like, I was sick and tired of blank, okay? And then again, you're talking about the problem. So, you know, one method that I've used personally is, and this is the God's honest truth, right? I was sick and tired of harassing my friends and family to join my opportunity, right? So, or you can say, doing blank just simply doesn't work for me anymore. Okay, so doing cold calls, if you're in the network marketing space, holding hotel meetings if you're trying to get people to look at your, your products and things like that. Doing blank just doesn't work for me anymore. Okay, and once you've identified the problem, well, then you move on to the next step. And the next step is to agitate that problem. All right. Now, again, I mentioned it, and I really want to beat this part home, guys, because it's not about manipulation. We are trying to build a relationship with this individual to let them know that we are there to help them with whatever their problem is. And just a side note, guys, it has to come from a genuine place. Okay. One of my mentors, they say it all the time: lead with value, not your wallet. Okay. So when you are delivering this formula, it has to come from somewhere genuine. You have to really be trying to help these individuals with whatever their problem is. And you figured out that problem by doing what? Listening. Very good. Okay. So it's a very simple concept. You just want to describe the impact that it's having on their life. You can, so let's say you're in network marketing, and I'll share, my story. So I'll say something like, I was tired of prospecting and recruiting and dealing with objections. And then, so I found a proven formula to use social media and social media posts to get people to attract to me. Okay. So agitating that. And again, let's use the weight loss example that I was talking about earlier, right? So so you would share with them how, being overweight can impact their life, how it can affect them long term, how it could affect, spending the day in the park with their kids or taking their kids to the beach. A lot of times with the nutrition, weight loss, fitness niche or genre, if you will, people like to talk about getting back to my swimsuit body. Okay, well, the problem is they want to get back to their swimsuit body, and you want to make sure that you're agitating, well, what would happen if you didn't? What would it feel like if you could run around on the beach with your kids? How would it make you feel if you could get into that, your favorite swimsuit again without worrying about how you looked? How would that make you feel when you're when you're in that, or when you're able to do that? Okay. So the agitate step just deals with the impact that the problem has on your prospect's life. Okay. So you just want to make sure that you are, again, talking about it and making it real, not being condescending or hurtful, and not manipulating, right? But you want to make sure that they understand that you understand, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, and you're still with me, drop a 1 down in the comments and let me know that makes sense. You want to make sure that they understand that you understand. All right, fair enough. All right, so then, and this is what we're all really great at, right, is the next step is to present the solution. Okay, and that's where we all want to jump to. We all want to just, pounce on the solution, but we don't want to take time. So now it's time for you to present your solution. You've listened, right? You understand the problem. They understand you understand, right? And now it's your opportunity to present your solution. Okay, but there's a catch, guys. All right, you don't want to come straight out and just give them your discovery, just outright. You want to expect, again, in your post, you want to provide vague information, and again, not to manipulate, but you want to create enough curiosity that they want to reach out to you, that they want to know what it is that you have, that they want to know that you do in fact have a solution for their problem. Okay, so you would say something like, and then I discovered this, right? And then I discovered blank, and this is how my life changed. All right, so kind of bringing this thing full circle and talking about the setup. The problem is I didn't want to harass my friends and family to take a look at my opportunity. So that's the problem. The agitate, it made me feel like they thought I was trying to, scam them, or, they thought I was crazy for trying to build online to begin with. So that's the agitate piece. And then until I discovered this, until I discovered Attraction Marketing, and then I was able to generate, consistent prospects reaching out to me on a daily basis. I was able to, exponentially grow my business, whatever the case is, right? So just kind of piecing those 3 elements together. So in this step, guys, you want to share what your discovery did for your life, how it affected you, how it changed what it is that you were suffering from, okay? And then you want to describe a little bit about how, life is now that you found the solution, now that you've implemented the solution. I've talked about that before. You got to take action, and you have to implement the pieces that you're given, right? So once you have put those 3 pieces together, right, to bring it completely full circle, you got to give them a call to action, guys. Okay, you have to tell them what to do next. If you're selling a product, direct them to a link that has your product. Okay, if you are in our space and you have a coaching method, right? Direct them to your website. So you're going to give them a call to action, and make your call to action very specific. Okay. Once they're at this point, they know that you understand their problem. They know they relate to you through the agitation. They understand that you have a solution, right? Don't drop the ball and just expect them to know what to do next, guys. You have to direct them. All right. And that's where being a leader in this space and in this, in our industry, that's what separates us from a lot of different industries and things like that. Okay. That's what's going to, again, remember in the very beginning, I was talking about being ahead of your competition. Being that leader is going to help you be ahead of your competition. Okay. So, further referencing the advertisement, and I'm not going to really get too deep into this. I'll save it for another. But I would highly recommend, once you have this thing set up, that you automate a lot of what you're doing. Okay. Not all, because again, like I said just a few minutes ago, we are in a people business. You have to be able to interact with people. You have to be able to have conversations. And sometimes, think about this, guys. How many times do you call a 1-800 number? How many times do you call customer service and you get so annoyed by the push 1, push 3, push 4? I'm like, I just want to talk to somebody. I just need somebody to talk to address my issue, right? To talk about my problem. So that way they can give me a solution, right? Okay, so automating it will make it a little bit easier, because you can give them, the information in pieces, so that way they understand, what it is that you're providing them. So it'll make the conversation a little bit better. But always remember, guys, we are in a people business. Okay. So guys, as I wrap this up, I challenge you guys. I challenge you to implement this structure in your post. Okay. And I do that because communication is absolutely the key, right? But having a solid structure to your communication is going to help everything be a lot more effective, and it's going to help things flow in your business a lot more efficiently if you have that structure already established. So I would challenge you to go and evaluate your posts that you've already done. Go back and relook ads that you have, submitted and ran, and determine, did I miss something? Was there an element of this formula? Remember, again, guys, this is not Daniel's formula. This is a formula that has been tried and true and proven over time. Okay, so go back and see, was I missing a piece in this particular post or this particular ad? Okay, and ask yourselves these questions. Right, write these down. I want you to ask yourself this. Okay, did I state the problem clearly? Was I clear about what the problem is? All right, and that's going to directly relate to the people that you are targeting. Okay, did I agitate the problem? Was I able to share a story that they could relate to and they understand that I understand? Okay. Did I expand on that story and talk about the impact that it has on my life? Okay. And then did I provide a way for them to communicate with me? Remember, that's where you're telling them what to do next. Okay. So just evaluate your previous posts and your ads, read through them and answer those questions and see if there's a piece that you're missing. And then, just always remember to follow the very, very, very simple: problem, agitate, solution. Right? Fair enough? All right. Now, guys, if you would like to learn more about this type of stuff, I get really excited I was an instructor for about 5 years with the Army, and that was absolutely, the funnest piece of my career was, teaching and helping people get it. Right, to learn the skills that it is that they needed to be successful. So I really enjoy that piece. Right. So if you're interested in learning, how to leverage social media to find these qualified applicants or prospects, people that want to reach out to you, I highly recommend that you sign up for the Elite Marketing Pro or attractionmarketing.com as they are moving toward the 10-day boot camp. Okay, and through this boot camp, it's going to be a series of video training that's going to help you go through, and it's going to go through, it's going to expand on this formula even more. And it's going to give you more effective ways and more means to working online through social media and things like that. And, guys, if you are trying to build your business online, it is absolutely hands down the most effective way or most efficient way to grow your business, to grow your audience, and to grow your business. And expand your business. Okay. So if that's something that you're interested in, guys, I provided a link in the description. Just click on that and sign up. It's free, doesn't cost you nothing. It'll be delivered right to your email. It was very helpful for me. It helped open my eyes to a lot of opportunities and different aspects that was out there for me to utilize, and really helped me in my business. All right. So that's it for this live, everyone. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope that you're having a great weekend. I hope that you found some value in this, and I hope that you were able to put those pieces together and see how it can help you grow your business. All right. I'll be back on Wednesday evening with some more tips, strategies to go over. I have something that I think is going to be kind of cool that I think you guys would really enjoy. We're going to talk about telling stories. Okay, everybody likes a good story, right? Everybody likes going to the movies. So I don't want to give away too much, but I think you'll enjoy it. And so that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time and your efforts. Remember, guys, take care, be safe, and enjoy life. And also remember, we create our own freedom. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Bye for now.